Hello and welcome to Benocam. We are out on another mining adventure today. We are walking the coast path and we are going to Rinsey Head, which has a lot of mine workings here and some of which we can still go down and explore. I got Eric.
Morning.
And Andy with me today.
Morning.
And yeah, we're going to look at some mines and hopefully get underground. Wheal Trewavas opened in 1834 and worked 4 copper lodes which all ran in a southwesterly direction out under the sea. In 12 years the mine produced over £100,000 worth of copper ore, which in today's money would be over £10 million, and employed more than 160 miners in its heyday in the 1840s. Mine plans show the extensive workings at depth which extend right out under the sea. This was accessed by an incline shaft at deep Adit level. Sadly, the majority of these workings will now be deeply flooded, with only a small section now being possible to explore. The mine continued to work until 1846, after increased costs made the mine no longer viable. By 1850, the mine was abandoned and had completely flooded to sea level. So the mine engine house with the open shaft is this one right here in front of us. And yeah, very scenic mines, these ones. Almost as dramatic a location as Batalic, maybe not quite, but a close second, I reckon. Not many people have ever done this one, so there's no footage of this mine deep down on the internet at the moment. There's a couple of videos of the shallow Adit, but today we're going to be showing you the deep Adit. Right, we are almost there now. Just a little bit of off-roading to get down to the mine engine house.
I'll beat your way through for you, Andy.
This is where Andy's regretting his decision of wearing shorts now. How's shorts working out for you, Andy?
Not great.
Nah. Oh, grown up quite a bit from when we were last here, that's for sure. You always feel like you're just going to suddenly disappear down a mine shaft when you're in undergrowth like this. Wouldn't be good. So we are just very carefully having a look at the twin open shaft right here on the cliff, right in front of the engine house. It is obviously very dangerous, it's very exposed, so I'd never ever recommend anyone ever does what myself and Eric are doing right now. Because one slip and you are a goner. And that is the window which you can abseil out of to get a lovely view. And then there's a mine shaft right there and there's a shaft right here. Both of them go to the same place, so we have to choose whichever we think is the most safe at the time. So we've come up with a plan. We're going to drop a rope down both holes, and then if we decide that this one is too sketchy, we can always climb the other. That's the going plan that's been decided upon. Safest option of the day. Look at this view. Right, that is us all rigged up now, ready to go. So Eric has volunteered me to go first, which is no problem. So yeah, let's go do it. Okay. See you in the bottom.
Yeah, if I've got the nerve.
Yeah, you'll be right. I'll give you a good shot when it's clear. See you later.
See you later, mate.
I drop out of the engine house window and begin the descent down into the mine. This is the more westerly of the pair of open shafts here on the cliff edge, but after a short distance down, the two combine into one large chamber. There's the other road. The deep adit into the mine can now be seen. The trouble was to get into it You have to kick off the opposite side of the chamber and try and swing in backwards. I didn't quite manage it on the first attempt, and after almost ending up in the seawater below, I had to retrieve my ascenders from my backpack, climb back up and have another go. Well, you would not believe the absolute mission I just had getting in here. That was really, really difficult. Basically dangling in the middle of a massive cavern. Had to kick off the sides, eventually managed to swing into the level. And now we are here. Eric's on his way down. I'll just show you the Giant Cavern. And you can see how in the middle our ropes are. That's looking up to daylight. And this is where we're going to go. Right, been waiting for Eric for a while, so I'm not overly sure he's coming down. But maybe the rope is wiggling around a little bit now, so he might be on his way. But this may be a solo Benocam adventure. But we will show you the workings anyway, because there's not a huge amount here according to the plan. So you can have a little careful look. Right, I just heard from Eric. Sadly, he's not coming. He just shouted down he's not coming down, so not entirely sure. We'll find out later. So I'm going to have a quick look around now, very carefully on my own, seeing as we're here. Ooh, little junction. Oh, some stoping. Look at that. Looks like a little bit of a dead end here. Yeah, dead end. See all the drill holes. That's quite cool. Looks like they were intending to go this way at some point. All little rustical marks here coming from the load above. And there's this really nice little pocket of quartz there as well, that's it. That's pretty awesome. And there is the load right here above us. This tunnel follows it right in. Doesn't look like anyone's been in here for a while, judging by the lack of footprints in the mud. Nice old timbers, a few stacked deads. Oh, we got something here. Oh wow, it's an old wheelbarrow. Look at that. That's the remains of a really, really old wooden wheelbarrow. Very, very delicate. Got to be really careful getting around this. Here's the old wheel. That's what's left of the tub. Not much left of it, but still very cool to see. And then there's actually a choice here of two different directions, a left and a right. Right is looking slightly drier. We'll go that way first. That's the old wheelbarrow from the other side. Just showing you the slightly different angle. You can see that it's quite badly broken down, but push on further. A few other bits here. We've got some bits of wood. Maybe the end of an old dynamite box or something like that. A couple of bits of iron. Bits of old metal. Some very neatly stacked up stone here. On the side of the Adit. There's a bit of skill in that. I don't think anybody's been down here for a long time. Little bench. Stop and have your pasty on. Ooh, this is looking like a shaft. It was once. Yeah, look at that. That's all totally run in, sadly. The remains of a shaft of some kind. Looks like it must have gone a fair way up. Oh look, what's this? What have we got here? It's a head torch. Someone's lost a head torch. That's pretty random. Why on earth would they lose a head torch? Unless they dropped it down from above. Maybe this links up to the workings up above. It does almost kind of go. There's all kinds of bits of wood and all sorts up there. Yeah, I wonder. That definitely had washed down with all this gravel. I bet that's come from the upper workings. We'll take that back out with us. We'll try the other tunnel. Cast the barrow very carefully. And we'll try this one. Look at this lovely water. Look at all the weird mineral deposits in it. Very strange looking things. Beautiful colours. I'm going to have to walk through that now to progress. So take one last look at this lovely weird stuff, because I'm about to put my giant size 11s through it. Oh, that's cold. For summer, that is cold. Oh, proper groundwater. Going uphill slightly now. A bit of wet ground. Oh, that leads to a dead end as well. So that, sadly, is it. I'm wondering now if this place has been on the move slightly. I think that other shaft where I found the head torch, I think that was the way onwards, and I think that did connect up to the other workings, and I think it's collapsed, so a bit dodgy. Right, we're going to make our way back out now. There's no way onwards in this place, as you can see. It's all just a dead end with brown mud. So, going to go and have one last look at that other dead end, just to make sure there is no way we can get through it, and then make our way back. Find out what pathetic excuse Erica's got for leaving me down here on my own. Just having one last look at this other dead end, but that really is quite a nasty collapse. There's loads of wood and stone and all sorts, and a lot of water coming down here as well. I can't imagine that would be very nice to try and dig, but it could be possible. Maybe that is the way onwards, but I'm certainly not going to be attempting any of that today down here on my own. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Doesn't go as far as we thought. Some quite cool drill holes here, look. A few nice bits like that around, but yeah, I think it's time to make our way back out, I think. Not much copper staining down here for it being a mainly copper mine. Haven't seen much in the way of blue staining, but maybe that's because it's all much deeper down. This is one of the upper adits and part of the upper workings, so probably just not deep enough for that. And sadly now that's all underwater. So we're saying goodbye to this place. A few other bits there I missed on the way in as well. And now that piece there, that looks like the bottom of a shoe. I think that's the bottom of an old hobnail boot. That's certainly what it looks like. It's the only bit of stoping in here, really. So, here. Quite interesting. Little interesting stains coming down it there from above. And you can hear the sea cave there in the background. Okay, just started my ascent. Actually a fair way into my ascent. Just looking back down into the mega cave. And then just looking up to daylight. That's where the two shafts actually, you can see there how the two shafts go into one big cavern right down into this sea-filled cave below me. Which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be dry. I thought we were just going to land on the floor and casually walk into an adit. No, have to do a bit of Tomb Raider style bouncing off the rocks for 10 minutes. But we got in there and we had a look. And I'm looking forward to being back up there. Right, we're almost there now. I just thought I'd show you this really cool old wooden collar here, which is still in the side of the shaft. You can just see it here. The remains of it, all the top bits gone. There's Eric up there, look. Coming out with all kinds of excuses as to why he didn't come down. All kinds of excuses.
I was waiting for that.
No, he had a little equipment error, and it's always best not to risk anything, so it's a good call not to risk it. So yeah, I'm going to climb out now, and we'll have a little look down that shallow Adit as well. I want to point out as well, I've actually come up the second shaft side, the one that come out the window in the engine house. I haven't come up that rope, I've come up the other rope that we set just because I thought it'd be a little bit of a different view, not quite so far to climb, and also there's not that massive great wall, dry stone wall ready to collapse on your head at any time, so lessen the risk of that falling down and see something a little bit different on the way up. Look at this, how dodgy is this? Massive great rock there, just perched on a little ledge ready to go. Iron spikes. Oh my goodness. And the worst bit is, this is the best shaft. That's the dodgy one over there with the dry stone wall ready to just funnel in on top of your head. So yeah, there you go. View down the shaft. Glad to be up. Right, let's do it. Oh, you must be knackered, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
You must be out. You must be absolutely worn out.
I'm worn right out, man.
Pulling these ropes up. that was good timing.
Well, could send it for testing, couldn't I? Or probably just a cheap buy.
So basically, Eric's little rig here just wasn't gripping on the rope, so he decided not to come down, which is fair enough. It's not a particularly nice drop to want to come down on some kit which isn't really doing the right thing on the rope. Seeing as we're here, we're just going to have a look in the little upper Adit as well. Weirdly, there's more water in this upper Adit than down in the deep Adit, which is unusual. You can see it's not draining all that well. You can see there it's probably above welly depth if I had wellies on. The remains of an old door here by the look of it. Oh, it's a little bit of a chamber, and that's our first little bit of copper staining. Look. So there was no copper staining down in the deep workings, but there's some here. And this is our winch shaft. So this shaft here may well be what I looked up earlier, where we saw the remains of the timber and everything. I think that is down there. Certainly wouldn't want to be falling down that. I love the way that the copper residue has even stained the timber. Look, how cool is that? Beautiful blue colours. You can see why these places are so dangerous. If you wandered in here with, say, your camera phone as a torch and it got a bit dim or you weren't looking down, I mean, imagine walking straight into that. Look, absolutely lethal. There's going to be no surviving that. So that's one of the main dangers of wandering in these coastal adits, which is why you should never do it without all the proper equipment. Yeah, weirdly, this bit is actually prettier than the deep bit, and an awful lot easier to get to. Time to head back out. Right, that is it for this one. We are all packed up. We are now going to make our way back along the cliff path back to the car. So yeah, thank you for watching this one. Don't forget to subscribe. I've got lots of other mine exploring videos planned. And thank you for Eric and Andy for coming along, watching the ropes. 2 rope watchers today. Spoiled. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.